The long-awaited NVA Volunteers Award is here today, 2019. And this year award is themed Be More. Be more on every aspect what you're doing, be more on giving back to the society, be more on being yourself, be more on any part you meet yourself, be an impact in any organization you tend to meet yourself. And this year is trying to recognize the presence of many volunteers that are equally putting more efforts in trying to move the volunteers organization into a more suitable site. I still remain your girl, Enu Beauty. Right about now, we'll be trying to interview most of our guests, most of the award-winning people. We'll try to talk to them and have more on their intake. Okay, guys, welcome back. With me here, I have.
Hanseto Adegbite, Executive Director of Wimbis.
Okay. So this year, this topic is be more. So be more on what particular aspect, ma'am?
I would say be more on giving back, be deliberate in your volunteering, understand more and define your values. You must identify opportunities. You must learn to leverage on the right network and learning. And then you must train yourself. You must educate yourself to be more in terms of whatever it is you are doing. And you must build relationships. The relationships that will work is very, very important. Continue to be focused on solving problems, bringing solutions to the existing social problems that we see all over the nation. So that for me would be do more, be more, give more, so that you become a full-fledged solution provider.
Okay, so the NVC Volunteer Award, is it really encouraging more people to volunteer the way they really want to do, or they really have to volunteer?
Well, I would say I believe that is a very good initiative. Once you start a vision, it begins to encourage other people to do what they need to do. I would say that it's a good initiative. I'm not sure a lot of people are in this space, identifying volunteers and rewarding volunteers. So it has a huge potential to grow into anything. And I like the fact that these are young people encouraging other youth to do and to volunteer and to just give back to their society. So for me, that initiative is excellent, whether there's an award attached to it or not. But I can see the youth of Nigeria being very innovative and being more proactive in solving problems in this nation.
With me, I have
Sheun Dosumu.
Mr. Sheun Dosumo on.
Okay, I'm the founder of a cross-all initiative for mental health and stigma eradication.
Okay. This year theme says be more. So what do you think this be more? What is it referring to? What kind of thing is it trying to pass out to people?
Okay, be more, says a whole lot, but more importantly, it should be more for the society, be more for driving social change. And I think is a laudable initiative. So for us, as an awardee today, one of the things that I do is to drive disability inclusion, meaning that we promote the affairs of persons with disability. So from advocacy to providing healthcare support, and also ensuring that we see to the economic empowerment of PWDs. So I work with the deaf, the visually impaired, and the albinos.
Okay, so this your volunteer organization is really having a great impact in the society. So what kind of advice are you going to give to people who also have this particular dream in mind and they are either doubting have the right thing, maybe they have the right goal? What kind of thing will you tell them? Okay, is it that they should keep up with it or they should just?
Okay, the keynote speaker emphasized on collaborations and synergy, and that's even what the organization preaches. So I think rather than have everyone set up a foundation or run a business, I think we should start, considering the idea of partnership and also supporting other organizations to achieving their goals. So usually individuals have diverse goals and ambition, but I think when you identify a similar goal with somebody else or some other organization, why don't you just rather waste your resources trying to do it alone? Why don't you come together and support to give it a boost, to give the cause a boost?
So your organization has been for how many years?
Is okay. Since 2017, 3 years. Yes, less 3 years.
Thank you very much, sir. So you are giving today award for what?
Well, for being an active social change leader, for us, or rather for me, I see this as a life assignment because if it's a global movement, as you know, disability inclusion. We're advocating for persons with disabilities to be in the workplace. We don't want any sort of discrimination, whether it's from the home or in the tertiary institutions or even in churches or mosques. We want persons with disabilities to have accessibility to good roads and transportation. So all of this is what is keeping us going. We won't stop until we achieve it.
Thank you very much, sir. It's nice having you.
On behalf of the NVA team, to present the award for class of 2019, the Hall of Fame recipient, that's the person of Sheung Dosumu. Humanity and the Nigerian society. Please, can we appreciate this? You did that at the no, if you understand what it does, it's the founder of Across All Initiative.
Wow.
People, as in, if you understand people with special needs, I don't know, I can't say more. So, mama, please. Cred TV. Subscribe to their YouTube channel, alright? Thank you.
Right about now, I have Miss
Ronke Oyelakin
Ronke Oyelakin. For which organization?
from Bimbo Odukoya Foundation. Yes, please.
What does the center about?
Okay, Bimbo Odukoya Foundation is a legacy foundation that was inaugurated immediately. Pastor Bimbo Odukoya of blessed memory passed on to glory, and the foundation works with women and girl child in preparing them for the future. If you've been domestic abused or you have been experiencing sexual abuse, we would cater for them by offering them hope and that there's a better way for them out of it by counseling and psychosocial support, legal services, and all that we offer at the foundation.
Okay, this year team on NVA award, what is it trying to say? He said be more. Be more on what aspect?
Okay, we are focusing on everyone out there to be more, to give their best to serving the country, humanity, and to also give their best to every other women out there that are going through challenges or have been abused, whether physical, emotional. They should just give their best to be themselves and invest in themselves and fulfill their purpose, irrespective of whatever has happened to them in future. They can also believe that they can be more.
So you are giving today award on
For our service to humanity and for the good works we've been doing since Pastor Bimbo passed on, and for every woman out there that have been sexually abused or have experienced domestic violence, this award is for you all.
Thank you very much. Okay, guys, welcome back. With me, I have.
Yes, and animal.
Okay, so you are a guest.
Yes, please.
Okay, so how did you get to hear about the program?
Winnie is my friend, and he's also part of our team members at Miss Ability Foundation. Okay. So definitely, his program is my program as well. So that's it.
Okay, so this year team Be More. What do you when you heard it Be More? What was the first thing that came into your head? What was the first thought you had?
Okay, I think it's simple English. Be more, be more, be more, be more. I mean, last year wasn't like this, and he said he wanted something more this year, and he got something more. I mean, look at it. We did it around the Keja, last year, and be more this year is really, really more, and yeah, putting a whole lot into it, and he has improved over the years, and it's actually more than what he has done before. So,
okay, so far you've gained a lot from the program so far.
Definitely. You can knowledge is every day. You get to maybe you've heard some of them, but I mean you just need to remind yourself about all those things every day. So,
Thank you very much. It's nice seeing you. With me, I have.
I'm Madwaka Brown. I'm representing T Love World Foundation, actually.
T what?
T Love World Foundation.
Okay, T Love World Foundation. Okay, this year theme is Be More. Be More on what?
I think BMO has a lot to tell everyone that is actually volunteering. Team1 has a lot to tell everybody that has the people at heart. There's actually work to do, looking at the country you come from particularly. There's work to be done. There's a lot of people we need to reach out to. And BMO is actually saying there's job to be done. There are people to be reached out to. And from my own side, prison inmates, a lot of them needs to be touched too.
Okay, so T World Love Foundation, for how long has it been existing?
Okay, we're officially 1 year.
1 year. So
Yes.
what do you guys centralize this on? Because I heard most of these volunteers organizations centralizes on different aspects.
Yes.
Some are into the disability children, some are into health, and some are so.
Okay, we're into basically Nigerian prison inmates, the older people, and then the very young ones, children. Yes, that's what we do. But throughout the year, we've had courses and we've had programs to reach out to, particularly Nigerian prison inmates. Like currently, okay, the first quarter of the year, we had a project we called the Project PPK. It was about the prison period kit for female prisoners, for female inmates in Nigerian prisons. What was it about? 8 out of 10 female prisoners do not have the menstrual kits with them. What am I trying to say? We're trying to say that they use rags, they use clothes, they just tear them and use it for their periods, which it is not hygienic. I'm not a woman particularly, but I understand because I have a sister and I have a mother. So this is what it's all about. So the project was to reach out to them and give them a kit that could take them at least 4 to 5 months or 6 months as the case may be. Then before the year runs out again, we reach out to them. So we're planning for this next half of the year.
Wow, that's cool. Thank you very much. It's nice having you.
First of all, I think I was still one of so that's like, I want to ask, as a young person, just like you said, there are some spaces you get into and people are like, what do you have to offer?
Yeah.
Basically to you. How do you like cope with that kind of challenge working amongst like the older people? How do you like sort of strike the balance so people don't look down on you because you're young, but then you still bring value to the table?
I mean, so first thing, impression really matters. When someone walks into the room, you already have an opinion about that person, first of all. So then it's less, the thing is, don't bother yourself about those things. First of all, do you understand? You already know what you're coming to come and do. Do you understand? If at the end of the day, when you're done doing whatever it is you want to do, you're sure that you've been able to pass across the message that you want to pass across and you believe that they've actually gotten what they need to get from you. You've done your job, that's it. You can't change somebody's first impression about you. Do you understand? They always have an opinion about you when they see you first of all. But when they're not listening to you, they can pick 1 or 2 things and they're like, you've done your work, that's it. You can't you're a young person, you're in front of 50-year-old people, they will definitely see you a young person. They definitely will say they have 20 years experience. You have 5 years, you have 2 years, you have 10 years. There's nothing you can do about it, you get. But at the end of the day, it's what you're bringing to the table that really matters. Like the way Mrs. Hazan was talking about, she was in the middle of 2 people. If she had spoken up, regardless of whether she was a young lady or whatever, they would have actually paid attention to her. You didn't know I was sitting beside you, you didn't know I was going to come up here either. If they didn't tell us to do this exercise with you probably wouldn't have even known me, wouldn't have even known what we were doing. If I wasn't even here, you probably wouldn't have even paid attention to me, just be like, who's this guy coming to maybe form fresh guy or something, So, first impression, you can't, there's nothing you can do about that. It's what value you're bringing to the table. Are they getting something at the end of the day? Do you believe in your own values? Can you also keep into your own values? Do you get? That's it, generally.
I feel like this generation of young women have I feel like the environment is very depressing, so to speak. Like there's so much pressure and there's so much competition among young people trying to be great. So I feel my question now is I know a few people who have like different things they are passionate about. Some of them have not found the niche yet, just like you have. Some people can be passionate about graphic designing. Some, like I know a few people who just have like different talents in like different things. They excel very well at these things. But like Ms. Ansatu said, that they need a focus area. So, and these people find it very challenging because they don't really know what to focus on. They just like every other aspect. So like, what would be your advice to people like this?
I mean, it's fine that you have interest in a lot of things. That's not the right way. You're all young people. There's so many things you see on social media. today you might be interested in makeup now, for example, because makeup seems to be the latest thing in town. So as a girl, obviously, you apply makeup every day, so you believe, oh, I should have passion for this and I can get money out of this. You might be a guy you're interested in graphics design because maybe graphic design is the latest thing in town. So it's fine if you have a passion for lots of things. But then again, you within yourself, what's the thing that, what's the word now? What's the thing that if I say, oh, I need you to do this thing, you're like, it's fine. Even if it's not something you want to do right now, but it's something that you're like, no problem, it's fine, I can go ahead and do it. You need to start looking in that direction. Is this something that, is this an area that I might want to have like a long-term career path in? Yeah, you might like singing normally, but you see yourself making money out of singing. Do you get? You might like something else entirely. Can you see like a pathway there? Do you get? So it's very easy for you to be distracted by what your peers are doing. And then again, some of us here are volunteering for different organizations, but after you're done volunteering for organizations, what exactly are you doing? Because, permit me to say this, but like, we have like some young people that volunteer for, let me see my organization, sorry you guys are recording this, and then they just, I noticed that they are doing like, so many things that are conflicts, and I'm like, calm down first of all. What exactly is your goal? What are you trying to achieve in life? Today you're doing rape, you're making noise on rape. Tomorrow you're doing something on something else entirely. I'm like, what exactly are you trying to do? Do you understand? It's fine if you want to volunteer, you want to do more, you want to be great in life. Do you understand? What is that thing that's inside of you? At the end of the day, when you get back home, you're like, yes, this is actually what I want to do. I'm a young person, I'm just 27 actually. So I can say, okay, so I can say maybe it is business that I want to do now. Business too is broad. I can say maybe in business now I want to make shoes. It's shoes that I want to do. Not because I'm in business now, I want to do everything that has to do with business. This time in life when I develop myself in making shoe, I can now see I can maybe diversify to making shirts or something. Do you get? But anyway, what's the thing that you are very passionate about? Do you get? You can be distracted by social media. Social media is very depressing. You open the page, or Instagram page, you see somebody posting something online. You're like, oh, I must do this thing, I must get on this thing, it's very important. You get? So you at the end of the day need to shut down from social media and then look inwards. Do you understand? I'm always on social media, but at the end of every day, like my phone shows me the amount of time, the amount of screen time that I spent on social media. I think your phone does that to you. So, say for example, today I spent 5 hours on my screen time. Tomorrow I might want to spend 4 hours, 30 minutes on my screen time because I'm trying to like get away from the negative energy. If I'm following a certain person that's always, when I'm done checking his message page, I'm always depressed every time. I need to follow the person. I mean, I don't hate you, do you understand? But what you're doing basically is sort of like affecting my emotional energy. Do you understand? I'm not able to focus. You're distracting me by what you are doing. I love you, but I can't follow you because every time I log onto social media, you're basically distracting me from my own purpose in life. Do you understand? You can be distracted. So many things distract you. You might be distracted yourself. You might have wanted to get something. Something can just distract you easily. You're on the road, you're driving on the road, and something just distracts you. So you need to identify. So you need to actually pay attention to your own self-management. What are the things that distract me? Is it social media? Is it maybe your mom or your dad? You need to move out of your friend's house actually. You love them, but you need to move out of their house at the end of the day. You love where you're volunteering, but like your passion is no longer there. It's not easy. It's not easy. Imagine walking up to your parents and saying, well, I can't leave you change because so and or your friend on social media, you're like, I'm going to block you. And they call you and say, yo, you blocked me, how dare you, this and that, you understand? But at the end of the day, you're thinking of your own stuff, not in a selfish way. But at least you're thinking of your own emotional energy because it's very important for you to have your own peace of mind. If something is distracting, something is going to affect you, depression is everywhere these days. We don't take it. I don't know, there are organizations in Nigeria now that focus on depression. Yes,
mental health.
Exactly, yeah, I know of them, yes, exactly. So like, we really need to amplify this because there's depression here. One day might even be depressed, we don't know. Somebody is smiling here, but you don't know what is going through the person's mind. Do you get? They're just doing so many things. Be more. Or jumping every day. No, you can be more in your own one space. You can do more. You can take whatever it is you're doing here to another state and be great there. It doesn't need to be here. You don't need to do a lot of things for you to be more. I guess that's the message for today. So be more doesn't necessarily mean you have to do a lot of things. Or you need to just drill down on the one thing that you are doing and do it excellently well. Excellence is very important. Meet your expectations. Some people say when you're doing a task, you need to do above and beyond. No, I don't believe in that. I believe meet the expectation first of all. Then from there you can now do above. Some people are focusing on doing above and they forget about doing the barest minimum, which is what? Meeting your goal. They tell you, oh, we need to wash 10 clothes today. You're thinking, oh no, I have to do 20 clothes. I have to impress my boss. I have to do this and that. And then you forget, you end up doing 7 clothes at the end of the day. Because you want to watch, you want to start it. You want to iron it, you want it to stand when the person is working, do you get? And you forget your actual goal, which is 10. Then when you're able to do the 10, you can now go to 15, to 20, and do more. But most young people these days, are just want to impress. You listen to a lot of public speakers these days, they say, oh, you need to be great, you need to do so, and so. But you've not actually done the first task that they told you to do. Do you get? So when you're even doing maybe for some organizations where they are doing maybe like a KPI, appraisals at the end of the month or something like that, you see where maybe they are scoring you for maybe your biannual review or something, and there is below expectation, meets expectation, and then exceeds expectation. You want to exceed, but you've never done meets expectation. Meets expectation means you're actually passing. Do you understand? But there's room for improvement. Your design can be better. Your shoes can actually be quality. Not the one I wear today and then these edges are already chopping. Do you understand? But no, you want your shoe to be the one that when you wear it to be shiny, to be this. Not done the barest minimum of the shoe actually. When I walk, the heel will not break, but the heel will not be chopping on the sides. Do you get? So it's very important for us to focus first of all on what's very, very important.
Watching Cred TV. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. Alright. Thank you.
I want a recognition to account for I hope you got it well. Khalifa.
It would also interest us that they are not based in Lagos.
Another one we're presenting to Agatha All Memorial Foundation.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Every award recipient, as far as the NBA project is concerned, there's something outstanding about them. I will tell you what she's doing. Like, I don't, I won't be shocked if she's actually driving from the hospital. I'm not saying this to impress her because of the lives. As in, I don't know how to express it. As in, lives cannot just go down when she's there. Like, she can't just be herself. I'm talking people that are victim of accidents, go to a booby, she's there. Like, life must know, as in, Jesus can say something, nothing dies in Jesus' hand.
Yes.
Nothing, as in, I'm not saying, like, I can't come out and be saying something about each award recipient, but trust me, each and every one of them, be an individual or an organization, you are outstanding.
That's a very surprising one. I came here to see that listening to a lot of people, and here you are. What you're just doing is magic every time. Okay. It's nice to be here. My name is Nicola Lamy. You can call me Bookies. I'm a woman of many, what's that English now? So it's a privilege. Honestly, I'm trying to catch my breath. And I'm here to just sit down and listen to people. Why did you do this? Okay, so it's been awesome. I met Winnie less than 2 years ago. I said, wow, how can a young person be this vibrant doing volunteerism? This is interesting. I think this is the first in Nigeria because I know it's very big over there abroad. I did a lot of volunteering when I was schooling abroad. In fact, that was what birthed what I'm doing today because I remember then when I was doing my master's somewhere in Coventry. And they said, okay, if you are from Africa, you don't want to go home, just come. You know, they do a lot of things like that in UK. Come and do babysitting, healthcare, whatever. So I just joined and I started doing the volunteering and I realized that, wow, the way these people are training children are different from the way we are actually training children. So you don't need to spank, you don't need to conk, you don't need to shout before they can actually, listen to you. Wow, I'm going to carry this and take it to Nigeria. You know, there's a lot of controversy around spanking and beating and all that. So that was how my own volunteering, birthed what I'm doing now. So I want to encourage everybody doing volunteering that you don't know what is in front of. You don't know where volunteering will take you to. You don't know just one person that you will just, and everything will just come out well for you. Okay, I am an emotional intelligence specialist, and I would like to talk a bit about emotional intelligence. Somebody here talked about trying to guide your emotions, and I said, nice. He mentioned something like that, right? So as volunteers, it is very important to know, first thing, that there is no health without mental health. Are we aware? Yes. And if you want to volunteer, pidgin people will say, person where they sick, no they donate blood. So what does that simply mean? If you are not fine, you can't heal someone else. So in my own organization, I realized that whoever you are as an adult is as a result of who you were as a child. So we try to start from childhood. We try to bring children together, try to empower them on emotional intelligence. Even we go to organizations as we train anyone, because our slogan is preserving the emotional and mental wellness of everybody. It is very important. I tell people anytime I come across it, I say, see, your mental wellness comes first. The Bible says that seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, right? What he's trying to say is, what is the righteousness of God? I don't want to preach. What I'm saying is you have to heal yourself first before you can now bring that mental wellness to somebody else. You're volunteering and you're not happy. Then it's not balanced. I tell people too now that your peace is your responsibility. Defend it with everything you have. Your peace. If there's anything that you have to take out of here, you're volunteering, you're selfless, you're energetic and all that. If you spot something that wants to take your peace away, please do what? Flee. No one has the right to make you happy. Are you aware? Nobody can make you happy. It is only you, by yourself, or yourself, with yourself, that can make yourself happy. And nobody has the right to make you angry. Who knows that? There's this myth that we say, oh, he pissed me off, she pissed me off. Do you know this is a myth? There's nothing like that. You have the capacity to allow someone else to get you angry. So you need to understand that now. People say, I don't like the way. It's because you have recognized in that person that that person has the ability to make you angry. And if that person can make you angry, that means that person is better than you. That means that person, we call it in my own caucus, we call it multi-bar brain. So if somebody comes and makes you angry, that means multi-bar brain. That means you don't have the mental ability and the capability to take care of the environment. Because whatever makes you happy should come from within, not from exterior. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So from within, that is our work. We try to let people know that your peace is must always come from within, must come from you. So volunteering shouldn't give you peace. Whatever you're doing is not what you, because if you stop volunteering, so what else will give you peace? Your marriage shouldn't give you peace. Your children, nothing should give you peace. You should give you peace. So once you understand that it is your responsibility to keep your peace, then you will defend it with your life. Because let me tell you, if you wake up every morning, everything around you is trying to take away your peace. Are you aware? For people who are driving, is it that the Marwa, is that your Kada? For people who are still staying with their mom or their parents, is that your dad or someone out there is ready to take your peace away? How many of you have been angry today? We are not in church now. Don't say keep and let them be ashamed. You've been angry today. If you're not angry today, then you're not human. I will tell you. I'm not ready to talk. You see now, they're challenging me. I know how to catch your brain. What am I saying in essence? Anger is not a bad emotion. Are you aware? Anger is not a bad emotion. Happiness is not a good emotion. It's not. Happiness is not. It's not a good emotion. Anger is not a bad emotion. Let me tell you something about emotion. Emotions are data. They are messengers. They are trying to pass across a message to you. So it is in your capability and your ability to now interpret what you want that emotion to do for you. Have you seen people who are very happy and they die? Have you seen people who are very angry and they got what they wanted? So anger is not a bad emotion. You are the one that will not translate it into either positive or negative. The happiness is not a happy emotion. You have the capacity to now translate it into what? Good or bad. So anything you feel is okay. If you're angry, don't throw it away. There's this myth again that we say, it's not good now, don't be angry. Please be angry. There's something we call repressed emotion. So as a volunteer, if you keep repressing your emotion, you just get to an organization somewhere and go and slap the MD and the CEO of that person. Do you know, because you know what emotion does? Emotion doesn't go away. If you try to repress it, it drops somewhere in your... I just seen somebody who is very angry and they are vibrating. Their eyes turn red. Do you know what is happening? Are you aware that emotions are chemicals? They're transferring chemicals around your body. That's why we always tell you, peace is better than justice. There is no need for you to prove a point. What's the point about it? If you see that what effect by brain, do what? Always remember that slogan. Magic come by brain. Please tell your neighbor. Why don't whoever is not in Yoruba here? If you do Yoruba, it simply means knowledge collect your brain. Once somebody has the capacity to make you angry, what is shaking it? No one has the right to make you angry except you allow them. So you have to know how to monitor your emotion. You have to understand what triggers you. You have to label it. We call it in emotional intelligence labeling. Recognize it. How am I feeling? Why am I feeling like this? What can I do to transit myself from what I'm feeling to a very peaceful state? Because you see, we're not going to be here for a long time. Are you aware? Anyone 100 years will still go. Nobody will be here. I read an article some time ago, like 3 days ago. He added 100 years to 2019. That's 2119. Who will be here then? Who will be here in 2119? God forbid I will not be here. What will I be doing? They will not be wearing pampers for me. I'll be 170. No. None of us seated here will be here in 2119. So why are you tightening your chest? Listen up, people. Peace is better than justice. Peace is better than justice. Your peace is your responsibility. You must do what? Defend him in your life. I hope I've been able to
Watching Cred TV. Subscribe to their YouTube channel, alright? Thank you.
Before you go, we're going to give out 2 awards. So we're giving another Hall of Fame NBA 2019 class of very special and important people doing things that are extraordinary. So we want to thank them and appreciate them. This award goes to Jennifer Shelba. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very quickly, we're going to present to... Sorry. This one goes to class of 2019, Noble Heart Children Foundation. Helping our children. Let's give them a round of applause.
My name is Titi Lokwe Odelola, and I'm known as Iya Ewe. So that's why you hear a lot of people calling me Iya Ewe, mother of children or mother to children. That's what I do in society. I'm a child rights advocate and I run an NGO as well, called Parent Child 360 Initiative. For me, volunteering is something that builds you. As much as you give your heart out to people, what else also do you enjoy doing with people or doing for people? What do you gain when you give yourself out to people? So for me, I'll say volunteering, while I'm encouraging you, is build yourself while you're volunteering for people. Volunteering actually builds you. It builds your identity. It gives you, it casts a niche for you. When the young guy was talking, Okolo, he said, as much as you're interested in a lot of things, also try to find out what exactly do I really have passion for. I know for us in the social space, when it comes to humanity, we have quite a lot of things we do. But my niche is children. And when it comes to children, give them to me. You will come back and say, truly, I want to keep my children with the young. I'm talking in the sense that the children will go home not crying, but with a lot of values. Because I've noticed also in society, a lot of us parents have failed when it comes to morals, values. And we need to bring that back into the society. That's about it. And then for volunteering, do you know it also had values to us in terms of work? Now we're complaining that a lot of the organizations are not, giving employment out and all that. But the first thing they will ask is, what have you done? A majority of us will say, but I went to school and an organization is not accepting me. But have you also thought of giving out to an organization? And that's where volunteering comes up. And it's also what volunteering also builds your resume, the CV. Because truly, if you have been able to give your selfless self out to another organization, surely another organization will not even need to go through what you are studying in school. It's the area of job description you were doing with that organization you will look at. And that's where you're going to be given employment. I also want to give us 5 traits of volunteering. I call it pride. P-R-I-T-E. Your passion comes to play. Passion, that's the P. Then the R, reliability. How reliable are you also as a person? It's very easy for us to say, yes, for Parental 360, I really want to be a part of your group. I've seen what you're doing in the social space. I want to be part of it. How reliable are you? How dependable can I trust you with the children I work with? It's very key. Then the I is integrity. Are you so sure of yourself? Can you give, to be so certain to tell another person that, you know what, if you give me even the little funds you give me for transportation, I'll use it well. Some of us, at the end of volunteering for an organization, they give us transport money. But truly, did you spend the money well? And some of us were in terms of coordination for an event, and they tell us, give us the budget. Some add extra money. Because you know what we say? After on a volunteer, I do for them. They don't give me shishi now. Don't be me use my leg, work out from the place. And they go again, don't be me go spend money again. Sometimes you will need to spend your money. It's not that organizations are not appreciating that selflessness in you, but truly if they have it, they will give it. Your integrity comes to play. And then I said team player. Truly when we work as a volunteer for organizations, how well do we coordinate ourselves with other team members? People used to say this, that women, we have issues, go. Women have quite a lot of issues. Do you want to be part of those that attacked as a man or a woman that has issues? Team playing, team building. How have you also been able to work alongside with other members that you are meeting in that organization? And the last one is your energy. Winnie has that. I give it to you. I must say. When it comes to energy, I give it to Winnie. And so it has to come to play for you as an individual when you talk about volunteering. Pride, P-R-I-T-E. Your passion, integrity, even when it's not something, sometimes you meet yourself in an organization you don't want to be. You would have gotten in there, no, this is actually not what I'm called for. I don't want to be part of this. let your integrity come in and you walk up to the owner of the organization to say, sir, as much as I really appreciate what you're doing at the moment, but this is not my core of concentration. I wouldn't mind whether in the future I've been able to build myself to do this, but I would like to leave the organization. That's integrity. Not you going outside to tell, Madam, now say I jump PCR today. You see what they do for that place. Those ones know they do humanity. Because each organization, when it comes to humanity, they have their core values. They are the ones that know what they are doing in society. And it's for you to ask questions, not to assume.
Watching Cred TV. Subscribe to their YouTube channel, alright? Thank you.
Now I have the brain boss behind the whole NVA Award 2019. I have in person of
Winnie Wagbale.
Okay, Mr. Winnie Wagbale. So what are your motivation, as in what really drive you to this?
Is to actually see volunteering culture, go mainstream in Nigeria, because I'm very, very particular about it, because it's a tool that we can actually use to combat social devices, societal devices that plague our youth of today. So volunteering is a tool to use to better the society, to shape the culture, to shape the mindset of the Nigerian youth. So that is why I'm so passionate about it. And through that, you can actually, engage people with productive activities, which will reduce that no job mentality amongst youth in Nigeria. Yeah.
So it has been existing for how many years?
Yeah, this is the third edition, so 3 years now.
So this year team says be more. Be more on what aspect?
Yeah, the truth is that we don't have to become more to do. It's in the course of doing you become more. Yeah. You don't need to have everything to get started. Just have something that get started, and in the course of doing, things will fall in place.
Okay, thank you very much. It's nice having the brain boss behind the LVC award. Now my personal. Thank you. Nice meeting you.
We have projects that cut across a year. That is, in a year we have like minimum of 4 projects each quarter of the year. So some is directed at education. Like one we are meant to have by this September now. It's all about education, promoting uniforms, school socks, sandals, and so many of those things for pupils. Then we have some for health, but because health is not really our strong suit, so we look for organizations that are health-based to partner with, to to bring about that. Then on socio-economic, most times like visitations to orphanage, celebrating the end of the season, or annual programs for less privileged children, basically in the society. So that's basically just about it.
This year team says be more. So be more, what does it really all about?
Yeah, if I'm to look at, I will not just speak from my own understanding. I'll tap into what the lecturers said. To be more, it's not just about looking for more things to do, but by being exceptional in that thing you're doing, like doing more, exerting more energy, putting in more effort, putting in more, just doing more to give whatever you're doing volume and to give it more meaning. So that's just about it. To my understanding, and based on what they said, that is just about it. It's not about doing so many things. But then, whatever you choose to do, just do it exceptional, be exceptional in it. Like we just celebrated some of our team members known as the exceptionals. That is just showing that, okay, they've been exceptional in their activities because they actually went ahead to do more. They were more. They did more than every other members. So that's my understanding. That's what.
So you are giving an award, though?
I think there was just about recognition, in recognition of service, basically. I did not really read through it well, but I think that's what it's all about, recognizing our efforts in serving humanity. So basically, I think that's just what they are awarded. And it's not mine personally, it's for the foundation, because there's no me without Noble Children Foundation. So I'm here to represent with my deputy. So he's right there doing the recording.
Okay, thank you very much. It's nice having you.
Thanks, Cred TV. Yeah, so thank you.
Watching Cred TV. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. All right. Thank you.